Hi guys, Dan here at Doodle Design. I'm just going to go over my epoxy application with you. This is only the second time I've tried it, and I'm going to pour it solid this time. I'm going to add some diamonds as aggregate, so that should look pretty shiny, nice and unique. I've been wanting to do this for a while, thanks to Brian Anderson at Oak Barrel Cabinetry, 100 Bing Ave, Chatham, Ontario. He hooked me up with the epoxy for the right price, of course. And so now I get the opportunity to try this. So here we go. I'm just going to dump the two parts in with each other evenly. You need containers. I'm using a couple of protein containers. You're going to need something with smooth walls so you can mix it properly. But you go ahead and you dump it all in there. I'm just going to let these drain as much as possible each. And from there, it should be pretty even. This is all experimental for me, but hey. So you dump the two components in. You have to mix them very thoroughly for 2 minutes. And then you pour them again. It's called a double pour. You pour them again in another container, you mix it again for another minute. And then you're good to start pouring immediately. About 15 minutes after you applied it, on a flat surface anyways, you can use a lighter to release the bubbles that appear. It's not the heat, it's the carbon dioxide that releases the bubbles. So you can actually breathe on it, but I don't suggest you breathing on it. It's not good. And as soon as these fumes start really cooking up, I'm going to get my mask on here. I do have proper ventilation, and this is to be taken very seriously. I'm used to doing things pretty inexpensively and just on my own, so I take all the precautions. It just doesn't look as professional as it could yet. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix this for 2 minutes, roughly. And I'm just going to stir. I'm just going to check the time here. Okay, about 3 minutes in, so at about 5 minutes I'll go ahead and pour this into the other container and continue from there to stir for 1 minute, and then I'm going to pour a thicker layer in all the cracks first, and then I'm going to lay my little gems in and pour some more and repeat that process until I fill the cracks up. I don't want the gems to be at the surface because then I might have to sand them out, and I don't want to have to touch them at all. I want them to be submerged below the surface enough where I don't have to mess with them. You might get a nasty spot. So just keep mixing. Remember to wipe it off the walls. It all needs to be mixed together thoroughly, very thoroughly. The more time you take to mix them together, the better. Sometimes you put them in water beforehand to thin them up a bit. It's pretty warm in here to begin with, so just going to keep going at it here. Yeah, about 30 seconds left. And you're going to want to wear gloves, you're going to want to wear a mask, I promise you. I have a mask right here, I'm not dealing with the fumes quite yet, so. There are bubbles coming up, I'll tell you that. Plus I need to be able to speak to you guys, so I'm going to take one for the team. double check the time again. Alright, we're at 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this contents into the other protein container. And, yeah. Some nice epoxy. This is a new medium to be working with. You can do a lot of things with this. You can add pigment to it. I would love to try some pigment. Right now I'm trying little gems. Just an idea I had. Hopefully they don't spontaneously combust. That'd be great. Until then, I keep experimenting. It's probably enough there. So another minute here of stirring in this one. Yeah, we'll go till 6 minutes. And the bubbles are coming out a little bit. That's fun. If you get it on your hands, you're going to want to use soap and water, not alcohol ever. Not alcohol or acetone or any of those solvents. Just soap and water. But I don't have it on my hands yet, so I'm pretty lucky. Just giving it that minute to stir. When it hits 7, I got about 30 seconds. When it hits 7 minutes, I'll go ahead and pour the first layer. Just gotta make sure it's extremely stirred. No one's trying to mess around here. Check the time again. Alright, we're at 7. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pour a layer in each of the cracks. I went ahead and widened each crack just to give it a little more appeal once everything's said and done. I want you to be able to see what I did. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pour this in this little guy here. Yeah, I'm going to give it a nice chance. I really, really don't want to see those diamonds come to the surface. So that's the top of the table. Now we're going to do these little guys. It doesn't take much, apparently. So, just doing a little layer in each one, just to keep the diamonds up off the top. And now, I can go ahead and add the diamonds in, which is quite exciting because they're shiny. Just these guys here. I have some more. The more diamonds you use, the less epoxy you have to use, and epoxy is pretty expensive, so that's handy to know. So we're just gonna dump a bunch in here. Ooh, they got right in there, so it's gonna look nice. And I think I'll poke them in there since they're not moving too much. We'll get them right in there. Yeah, why not? Just gonna sink them right in there. I don't think they'll touch that surface at all. They're floating pretty nicely. Oh yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. So hopefully they don't sink too much more, but I worked them in a bit. A few more diamonds in here. Again, this is all experimental. It's all Doodle design. You get these crazy ideas and you kind of got to go with them sometimes, so. Yeah. Go ahead and jam as many diamonds in this little guy I can. Why not? A couple more. And then we're going to add more epoxy just to cake them in there. And I do have more diamonds. Those will go on the bottom. I'm pretty happy I'll be able to fill these crevices up almost all the way. It's quite exciting. I'm going to add more diamonds after. That'll be it for this one. So, gotta make sure that the diamonds actually get to where they gotta go, but we'll see how that turns out. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta move the epoxy around a bit just to get it where you need it to be and fill everything you want to fill, but it's pretty manageable once you get it going. Dump that there. A few more diamonds, I guess. Can't have enough bling bling, right? I don't think so, not in my neighborhood. Cool. Again, careful not to get it on your hands at all. Yeah. Bling bling, guys. Hopefully this works out all right. Yeah. So that's it for the diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of the crevices with the epoxy and then let it sit. Sometimes it takes up to 72 hours, so we'll see how that goes. Good things take time, that's what I hear. A few more. Couple stragglers. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it too much. Just going to top it up. Top it right up, and then I don't have to worry about anything crazy happening. Again, you're going to want to work it around a bit. Nothing, doesn't take much though. This can get filled here. A little more. And there we have it. That's it, guys. I got a little bit left over, but can't win them all. It was used as best as it could be used, and what more can I ask? So hopefully this epoxy stays in there. I will go ahead and put my mask on now, just to ensure that I'm all right. I'm just going to spread this epoxy around. It's not going to hurt anything if it's on the surface, so hey. There we go. You let it sit now, and you get rid of the bubbles with the lighter, and that's all it takes. So I'll keep you posted and let you know how it turns out. Another Doodle design. Thank you.